Hello there, YouTubers. This is Melissa, and I wanted to come in today to give my update on my January challenge. I did, in fact, achieve my goal, which I'm very, very happy about. And I also wanted to share what I used up this month so that I can pitch it away. So let's get started. So I did a video in the end of December talking about how every month I'm going to try to challenge myself with some new scrappy little goals. So January's was to use up this Jilly Bean Soup corrugated red alphas. I had a handful left and I wanted to get rid of these and get them out of my stash. I've been looking at them for a very long time. So I was able to complete 3 layouts, which I've done videos on and shared, but I will share them quick here. So the first layout, excuse me, was this holiday decorating, My Sweethearts. I used this very big title and just a couple small photographs with our Christmas card pictures. And like I said, there is a video on that. The second was this layout, which I used the 25, so not a ton, but I still used 2 of the numbers from the sheet. And then this was the last, which I just posted a video on this. So I essentially painted, after I glued the alphas down, I painted them white. And then these 2 I made by just tracing from the template and running through my crimper. So I'm really pleased. And this will be able to get pitched in the trash. So yay for that. So also, the other thing that I used up for January, and I'm not sure how many of you have these types of things laying around, but I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and so when these were really popular, these are the clips. I mean, they're still popular, but, you know, they came out and they had hearts, speech bubbles, there's penguins, whales, arrows, and there were hangers in this set as well. And I was just thinking, when in the world am I going to be able to use these hangers? So the other thing I challenged myself to do was to go onto Pinterest and things like that and to figure out some ideas to use up these hangers. Whether the cards are just put in my stash, at least they're, you know, my stash is here. I have a great little card spinner that I go to whenever I need a card. So, I mean, like I've mentioned before, I haven't bought a card in over 10 years. So I'm really happy about that. Anyway, so I'll share what I came up with. I am going to, like I said, put them in my stash and call it good. Those hangers are gone, because honestly, every time I went to this bag, I was like, oh, those hangers, like I don't ever see myself ever using them. I used 1, and there were 8 that came with, you know, the others. And so, yeah, 8 is a lot of hangers. I mean, so anyway, enough about that. So first off, I will share this little great card. It's just some scraps of pattern paper. The other thing I wanted to note is anytime I make a card, usually I only pull out my 6x6 pads. I go to my scraps first, you know, just trying to use them up. So this is just a heart, or this is a hanger. I just cut the tag, stamped hang in there, just some twine, some washi, and that's it. So that'll go in my stash. Then my girlfriend, a very good friend of mine, lent me this Simon Says baby stamp with the dies, because I saw a bunch of ideas on Pinterest with the onesie. So I made a couple cards for my stash. So here is the one for girl. I just added some gold, some Heidi Swapp gold mist, and the hanger, some sequins, congrats, and that's it. Did I stamp in the inside? Yes. So I made 2 for girl for my stash and 2 for boy. This is the boy, same concept. Only using up scraps of 6x6 that I have. So that's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I found an idea similar to this on Pinterest. So I just freehanded a tie on a piece of scratch paper and then traced on scratch pieces of pattern paper. This is a Stampin' Up! Stamp. This is some letters I die cut from one of my many fonts that I have. Scraps of pattern paper. I made 2 of these. So yeah, that's it. And actually, so I'm pretty happy to say I'm gonna just I'm gonna pitch the stuff that I've used now and just share it every month instead of at the end of the year. So, and I did want to talk about my February challenge, which is going to be using anything I make in February. I'm going to use washi tape and ribbon. I'm going to try. So, I mean, most of us have boxes of washi tape, which I do because I love it and I use it all the time. And then, I mean, this isn't even all of it, friends. This is insane. So, every project I make, inherently, I like to use washi tape in lieu of like a pattern paper strip, you know, because like I said, I try to use up my 6x6, so washi tape it can be any length you want it to be to cover the whole length of a paper. So, anyways, I do the same with ribbon, you know, just strap it on my paper. So, that being said, I wanted to use this up. I mean, even if it's only a little bit, I'm just using some, great. So, that's my challenge for February, is to use washi and ribbon. I mean, I go to twine a lot. I prefer to use ribbon. You know, if I use twine too, great. So, I'm going to be searching Pinterest again, yay, looking for ribbon ideas. The washi tape, like I said, I pretty much use it just as strips of paper. So, but yeah, happy to report January is behind me, and I did it, and so I'm looking forward to February's challenge. And I would love to see your projects if you join in. You can find me on Facebook at Cut It Up Creations. I post usually my progress there if you want to follow me, and if you join in, I would love to see what you make. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.